Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Am I muted? I'm probably muted. Am I muted? Am I muted? Am I muted? Am I? Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. It's 8 o'clock, 8:23. And so I decided to do an impromptu live, right? Without notice, just like every time. So welcome to the Odyssey. We're here live talking about the craziness that's happening inside of Nintendo. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard. Everything that's going. Everything is crazy now. Everything is wild. It's all wild right now with Nintendo, and I just, I'm like all of you all. I don't know how I feel. Right? I know. It's just a confusing time for Nintendo, right? It's like that when this year began, 2024, we were all like, it's exciting because it's 2024. We're about to hear about the Nintendo Switch 2, right? And although everything we've heard so far are just rumors, right? They're just all rumors. We don't know until Nintendo actually says what they're going to say or do what they're going to do, right? They could just be playing with us. They could be trolling us. We never know. It's still kind of weird to hear. But before I get into, I want to go ahead and do a shout out to everybody that's here today. I want to thank you guys for being here, by the way. So I want to go out and shout everybody here. So if you are here right now and you want your name shouted out live here, go ahead and put your name down below in the chat there. You can put an emoji, whatever you want, sad face, emoji face, any face you want, and I'll go ahead and shout your name out. As a thank you for being here. Thank you so much. All right, so shout out to Academy member moderator, Blue Moon. We got Suntendo guys in the house. We got Joycey J, Academy member and co-host on the Topic Podcast. Joycey J, thank you for being here. We got Academy member Crazy Scott is in the house. We got Giovanni, Academy member Giovanni Avila is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. We also have Having Hope 5. We have to have hope. Anthony Smith is also in the house. Bradley Taylor is also in the house. Yvonne Francois, is an Academy moderator. Thank you so much for being here. And then we got Elis Morris is in the house as well. Academy member, the male 518. We also got Academy member. I said Giovanni Avila, right? Did I? Giovanni Avila. I'm saying it again just in case I didn't say it. Then we got let's see here. Todo Dope. I like that name. Todo Dope in the house. Welcome. And we also got Joshua Eric says in the house. Got Tessia Cook. Welcome, Tessia. Academy member, moderator Jan Mar is in the house. Adele's Gangster is also in the house. And wait a minute. I see Joycey J here. And I have to fix something real quick with Joycey. Let me go ahead and go here real quick. Bear with me for just 1 second while I fix something that is not showing correctly. Maybe it is showing correctly. I'm just not on I'm not on YouTube. I'm on this platform thing here. And maybe it's not showing correctly on my end. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. Good. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that Joycey was a moderator. She is. She is a moderator, but it wasn't showing on the platform that I'm using currently. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Crystal. Crystal, thank you for being here as well. Love the hair, by the way. I see the color here right there. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see here. Mike 518. Let's get 50K subscribers. Yes, we're on our way. Welcome to Dina Baby. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. We're talking about Nintendo Switch 2. The fiasco of the year 2025. We're talking about the Nintendo Direct that apparently was moved next week, and the assumption and the rumor that it is a partner showcase. Now, this paired up with the other rumor of the 2025 year, it just creates a big, giant poopy storm. Okay, it just creates a poopy storm. All right. Shout out to Mike. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see here. Is it Capeza? Mike Capeza, welcome. And shout out to you. So yeah, these two rumors, right? The 2025 delay. It's an internal plans delay. It's not like a launch or a release date delay, because Nintendo cannot delay something hasn't been announced, right? That's like the logic. But the internal plans for a 2024 release apparently were delayed, and I had my hopes up that this was only in Brazil, right? In Brazil, because normally Brazil and other countries get the Nintendo Switch or consoles at a later date, and so my hope was that was the case, but apparently it's not. Bloomberg is now reporting that from their sources here in the States, that the Nintendo Switch 2 apparently has been pushed back to the first quarter of 2025. And well, it's a big pile of doo-doo. It is. And not only that, but I was okay. I was just fine with this being a partner showcase, right? Because I'm like, okay, that's fine. Partner showcase. Nintendo's holding back because they're working on Switch 2 and they're going to present their games on Switch 2. But now with this being a partner showcase only have third-party games, okay? Third party. And not any first-party games. We have two games that are out there in the atmosphere without a release date. Paper Mario, Luigi's Mansion, no release date whatsoever. And with this being a partner showcase, meaning Nintendo has nothing to offer themselves, right, for the rest of the year. And only third-party games, and us getting Switch apparently in 2025. Again, all rumors. It's just a big Big pile of doo doo. It is, right? It sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, right? It's how we all feel, right? We all feel the same way with all these rumors hitting, and we feel the same way with the news hitting because we were all excited and happy that was a year of 20 of Switch 2 transitional year. So that partner direct didn't really care. They didn't really hit us that much, whether it was a partner direct or a mini or whatever, because it didn't matter. But now it does. Now it does. And Bradley Taylor says, "Can I start asking questions?" Yes, you may. You guys can start posting your questions right away. Um, I'm pretty sure everybody is caught up with the news, right? Now everybody and their brother and their mother are reporting that there is that delay, that there's that delay behind the scenes. Not an actual date delay because it hasn't been announced, but when it comes to the plans that Nintendo had of releasing the console this year, and the reasoning behind this is because they wanted to have a stronger lineup at launch. Now, my question is, are they referring to first party games when it comes to a lineup, or are they making space for other AAA games to make it on the Nintendo Switch? Maybe they heard of a game like God of War Ragnarok trying to make it on the Switch 2, and God of War Ragnarok is a huge game that could be ported to the Nintendo Switch 2 and could become a launch game. And so, therefore, you know what? We could delay it a few months if you guys are going to take a couple of months to bring God of War Ragnarok over to Nintendo Switch 2. We can wait a few months if you want to make it a launch game. Something like that, right? And so that is the whole thing, right? That's the whole kit and caboodle thing there, right? Right now we have let's see here, Nintendo Direct on Tuesday, February 2024 at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Normally they are on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Wednesdays or Thursdays. So Nintendo Direct, was there anything announced yet that I didn't know of? Did Nintendo announce something? Because I don't know. I haven't checked Twitter at all. But normally they're Wednesdays or Thursdays. And when it partner showcase are normally at 5 p.m. They're normally like at 5 p.m. Nintendo Directs are normally at 10 a.m. Eastern time during the daytime. But yeah, it should come out on 2024. Let's see. But yeah, again, yeah, it's all rumor speculation. It's just insiders talking about what they've heard from developers and telling us that it has been delayed to 2025, not the actual release date. Nintendo's plans on a 2024 release, which is basically a different thing, right? Because Nintendo can't delay something they haven't announced yet, but it's just out there, and it just messes my head around because next week we're having a Nintendo Direct. I believe it. I think we are. This is my personal opinion. I believe we are getting a Direct because I believe this Direct is kind of tied to what Xbox did last week when they made that presentation, right? That had to come first before the Direct because Xbox announced four first-party Xbox games were going out onto other consoles, and so I believe that some of these games, High Rush game, could make it to this partner Direct on the Direct, right? And so Xbox had to clear the air out before they had the Direct, because if not, all hell would have broke loose. After that, I mean, you guys, for those of you who aren't aware, right? There was a big giant rumor that Xbox was going third party, like Sega. They stopped making consoles and just dedicated themselves to buying games. Now, with them buying all these these big giant developers, they're buying everything, right? They're buying a lot of companies that makes games. It wasn't such a far fetch. It wasn't too hard to believe, right? And so a lot of Xbox fans were unhappy. They were very, very sad about the situation, thinking that Xbox was going to stop making consoles. They were going to leave the consoles war and just make games for other PlayStation and Nintendo, right? And so guess what happened? The stock price for Xbox or Microsoft started going down. Not only that, but Xbox people, they started selling their consoles everywhere. I mean, I saw Xbox Series S for $100. Okay, $150. I saw Xbox Series X for 200, 250. It was crazy. I mean, you went on eBay, you went on anywhere they sell stuff, and people was starting like selling like crazy, right? It got so bad that this forced Xbox to do that presentation they did, where they needed to clarify something. If you notice, the first thing that Phil said was, "No, we're not going to stop making Xbox consoles. We're only going to put 4 games, 4 of our first party games, and share them with other developers, other consoles, and only 2 multiplayer games and 2 games that make sense to share, right? They don't make sense to keep them as first party games. So it's not like we're getting Halo. It's not like we're getting, all these major big franchises. We're getting some franchises that need help. They need help in sales. They need help when it comes to getting more people playing them, and that's about it, right? And so that was the reason. That was the very reason why the Nintendo Direct was delayed, because that Hi-Fi Rush game is, I believe, it's gonna be in the Nintendo Direct. And so before Xbox allowed that game to be there, it's a big game. It's a huge game. People love it. It's great. So before that game could be there, Xbox had to clear the air, because the backlash would have been even worse. Not only with Xbox, but with Nintendo. People would have like, why is that game on Nintendo? Nintendo Switch is not powerful enough, and blippity blip, and all that stuff. So that's why we had all this going on. It was insane. It was just insane. I think everything behind the scenes is cleared up, right? Everything is clear now. Everything is just smooth now, smooth sailing. When it comes to Xbox, clearing the air and making sure that people know. And then now we're having apparently the next Nintendo Direct this following week now. And so that was fine. That was all fine and dandy until news broke about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm like, oh my. It's like, can't we have a week without feeling like we're on a roller coaster? Can't we have a week to just celebrate and relax? Nintendo Switch 2 apparently being delayed to 2025, first quarter of 2025, which is the first 3 months, right? January, February, March. That's the first quarter of the year. And with that, that's where we are now. Let me go ahead and answer your questions to see if I can get let me go back here, because I feel like I missed some questions when I was doing my recap. So that's the recap, guys. That's the whole story. That's the whole story happening. I don't know. The Nintendo Direct normally happens on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, because this is unheard of, we are not in we're not in the territory where we've been before. I don't know when the Nintendo Direct is going to be. They might do it Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. But it's expected to be next week. Actually, Pioro, the leaker with 100% track record, did mention that next week there will be a Nintendo Direct partner showcase. Now, again, Pioro has 100% track record, time over time. I think he's been predicting. I think he's predicting more than 5 to 10 things in a row. So I think people just don't even look at him as a leaker now, more like a spoiler. And he did mention that we will get a Nintendo Direct next week. Okay, so that's where we are now. We are caught up in the news, and so now let's go ahead with the questions. Okay. Okay. So will Mario Kart 9 be announced in Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase or Nintendo Direct Mini next week? Sadly, no. Sadly, we're not going to get any Mario Karts until Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo is done with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They issued all the updates they needed to. I believe Mario Kart 9 or 10 or whatever they call it is already done. I think it's going to be a launch game for Switch 2. I think we might see it when Nintendo does reveal the system, and in order to show us the high graphics and the new look of the system and the games, I believe Mario Kart will be a launch title alongside, and it'll be used to show us, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best selling game on Nintendo Switch. So if any game is a system seller, is Mario Kart. So not for the Switch anymore. No more Mario Kart. No more Mario Kart for the Switch. It's going to be in the next presentation when Nintendo announces the Switch 2. That's when we're going to be seeing Mario Kart 9, but not in any upcoming Nintendo Directs. Let's see here. Yep, you're right. So people sometimes overreact. It was a big giant overreaction. As Nintendo gamers, we are used to messes. Not more Nintendo can launch. Next gen is not retro compatible. Says us Nintendo gamers, we are used to messes. Not more Nintendo can launch the next gen now. It is not you mean when you mean retro compatible, you mean backwards compatible? Like when it's when it's backwards compatible. People say that the system is backwards compatible, right? I believe that Nintendo could launch the game with 1 to 2 first party games, and that's fine, and a whole bunch of other third parties, because the system is going to be, hopefully it is, backwards compatible, and it'll make the previous games look better. So, but I guess Nintendo wants to have more, Let's see here. We have a chat from Twitch. Twitch says, "Bro, I'm the only viewer you're talking to." No, no. By the way, welcome Belgrove 1A. No, I'm on YouTube. My main channel is on YouTube. I just happen to have added to Twitter Twitch as well. So I'm welcome, but yeah, I'm on YouTube, and everybody here is on YouTube. Okay, let's see here to do. Okay, let's see here. Looking for more questions. Okay, Piero is Doug Bowser. I believe this. I believe it. Piero has to be Doug Bowser. You know what? Piero has to be Doug Bowser. I think Piero is Doug Bowser. Probably him. Has Piero been wrong? Nope, never. That's what frustrates me. Never. I mean, I'm not frustrated in a bad way. I'm just saying frustrated. I think, man, this guy will not get anything wrong. And the thing is that he's very careful. He doesn't comment on everything. He comes out whenever it's important for him to come out and say something. When you see other leakers out there, they're always out there talking. They're just making it up. Piero comes out very rarely, but when he does say something, it happens. It's crazy. It's just nuts. All right, Josie has a question. Mike, do you think that we'll get a reveal Switch 2 this year? It releases in early 2025. They would reveal late this year, but holiday sales will be non-existent. Yeah, I keep saying that if Nintendo reveals this year, I don't care what anybody says, it's coming out this year. If Nintendo reveals this year, it's coming out this year. The only reason why Nintendo revealed the Switch the year before is because there were no sales for the Wii U. There were nada, no sales for the Wii U. So Nintendo had nothing to lose, but everything to gain, because their stock prices, stock holders they're upset. The stocks were down because the Wii U was a failure. I mean, not as a console, it's a great console. It's just sales were bad, right? But this time around, the Nintendo Switch is an amazing console that continues to sell immensely, right? And so if Nintendo is pushing the console for next year, they should release editions of the console that will continue to sell the console. I believe that if they do that, it will become the best-selling console of all time. If the year ends and Nintendo continues to push the Switch, maybe give us a Nintendo Switch Lite OLED edition, like very nice, right? And give us Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, maybe that Ocarina of Time remake, maybe the Oracle of Season, Oracle of Ages remake, like Link's Awakening, Metroid Prime 2 and 3, Metroid Prime 4. If Nintendo gives us all those games that they're sitting on this year, right? If they give us a banger of a direct that will just, oh my God, this, we will, it's all about the games. At the end, it's all about the games, right? What makes us happy is not really so much the console, it's the game. So if Nintendo, like, I think if Nintendo really, yeah, maybe the delay was a last minute thing if they weren't planned, but if they come out swinging this very last year of the Nintendo Switch, I think it will be the best selling console of all time. First thing, sooner than later, right? But if they do, if they announce the Nintendo Switch 2 anytime soon and it doesn't come out this year, yeah, then the Nintendo Switch is dead in the water with sales, and it's gonna be sad when it comes. It's gonna go. It's that cliff that Shigeru, no, that Furukawa did not want. They didn't want the cliff, you know. So I'm guessing, yeah, I don't see the reveal this year if it's not coming out this year. It's still selling good. That's the crazy thing. Nintendo Switch 2, I mean Switch, is still selling so good, right? And so it's like we're in waters that we've never been before or haven't been in a while. But in my personal opinion, if they release this, if they reveal this year, it's coming out this year. Whether it's in the holiday season, whether it's in November, in the summer, if we see a reveal anytime soon, it's coming out this year. I will rejoice. I will get out of my seat. I will climb the roof. I will backflip off the roof into the ground. Probably break my leg. I don't care. In the hospital, I'll just be rejoicing and happy and just man celebrating. But yeah, that's my thing. If Nintendo reveals this year, it's coming out this year. If they don't reveal this year, it's not coming out the next year. And I don't see it. I don't see the first quarter. I see like April, because they will still have to do the reveal, event, launch. If they push everything to next year. See here, Eric Winstead. What's up, Eric? Didn't someone say that we were skipping Mario Kart 9 and doing? What's happening is that people are calling Mario Kart Tour Mario Kart 9, right? Some people are even calling Mario Kart Tour 9 and Mario Kart that other one. What's that other one? The one that you could with the camera, the Mario Kart camera game. They're calling that 10, and then some people are even calling it Mario Kart 11, right? But in reality, we are in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's where we are. That's officially where we are. The latest Mario Kart is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The Mario Kart Tour is an extension of Mario Kart 8, but mobile, in mobile form. It's not the 9. It's not 9. It's not 10. And either the other Mario Kart game is also not 9, right? It's just an extension thing, right? Nintendo wanted to sell that little cart with the little thingy, but I believe that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the current game, and then Mario Kart 9 will come out with the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, so it will be cool if they just call it Mario Kart X. There's also the rumor out there that they might not call it the number at all. They will just take out the number, call it Mario Kart Ultimate, Mario Kart Railroads, or Mario Kart something. They will take out the number. That'd be cool if they do. But yeah, that's where all that Mario Kart thing comes from. The let's see, are we going to get Mario Sport games or Mario Party on the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase? If it's a partner showcase, we're not gonna get any first party games. So if it's a partner showcase, it's only gonna be related to third party games. Nintendo. If it's a Nintendo Mini, if it's a Nintendo Direct Mini, then but just Mini by itself without the partner showcase. Partner showcase is one thing. A Mini is Nintendo having first party and third party games, but in a condensed form in 20 minutes, right? They only take 20 minutes. A full Direct is a 40-minute presentation that includes first party games like Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, Pokemon, right? And a Direct Mini is the same form of Direct but shorter, right? And it's 20 minutes with it, which also has first party games, right? But a partner showcase is only third-party games. Only third-party games. No Mario, no Zelda, no Splatoon. The only way we get Mario in a partner showcase, or we get any other character that is a first party, it is a collaboration, like Sparks of Hope with Mario, right? That was Ubisoft game. That's an Ubisoft game that Nintendo allowed Mario to be in, and so that could be a partner showcase game. Another game that is a partner showcase game is the Warriors game, like Hyrule Warriors. It has Zelda and Link in it, but it's not a Nintendo game, right? It's not a Nintendo game. It's a third party game that Nintendo allowed their characters to be in, right? And so that will be the only way we would see a first party character if Nintendo allows that first party character to be in a third party game. And yeah, but the partner showcases are only for third party games for Sega, Ubisoft, all these big giant corporate games, even smaller developers, even single developers as well. So yeah, no Mario in a partner showcase. I'm still hoping for a Nintendo Direct. Just like they made the change, I'm hoping that they change it and they give us a full Nintendo Direct, which would be cool. Yo, just showed up. What's going on? Well, not much. We're talking about Nintendo Direct. We're talking about Nintendo Switch 2 being delayed, all that stuff. What about Smash Ultimate Reboot? Interesting. That's gonna be, if we get another Smash game, that's gonna be for the next gen system. So another Smash, any big franchises now. Nintendo is done with big franchises. Any major franchise like Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, will be in the next system again, unless it's a reboot, a remake, a remake coming, or a port. But any major next iteration of a game will be for the next system. Let's see here. They launched the Switch with how many games? How many games? I can tell you right now. The Nintendo Switch launched with not that many games. It wasn't that many games. Let me go ahead and go over here. I'm gonna go over to the press website so I can tell you exactly how many games launched for the Nintendo Switch back in 2017. Okay, 17. All right. Okay, one more. 17. Okay, here we are. So the Nintendo Switch launched with 1-2 Switch, which was that game that kind of showed you how to use the nunchucks and had did they call it nunchucks? The Joy-Con with all of its features. It launched with snipper clips, cut it out together, and it launched with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So those are the first parties games that 1, 2, 3 games. 3 games. So that we don't need a big giant lineup for the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. All we need is maybe that Mario, maybe a 1-2 Switch. Oh, well, they already had that. Everybody 1-2 Switch. Another snippers clip or whatever, and then have Tears of the Kingdom 4K edition with DLC. That's all we need. Like for a Nintendo Switch launch, right? That's all we need. But the Switch only launched with 3 games on March 3rd, 2017. And apparently that rumored delay is so that they have a stronger lineup. I don't think we need such a strong lineup at the beginning of the system. We need, more than anything, backwards compatibility. That's going to sell the system like crazy, because if it allows you to play your games again with better resolution and looking better and running better than ever, everybody who bought Pokemon Scarlet and Violet who were upset, the glitches and all that stuff, can come over here to Switch 2, add that patch, and play that game in 4K, beautiful resolution. So we don't really need a huge, strong lineup, right? What I believe is happening is that Nintendo is kind of giving third-party developers more leeway. Like, they really want the third-party presence to be big at launch and major games. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, that if Nintendo did delay the Switch 2 to the beginning of the year because of in order to get a stronger presence when it comes to launch games, it had to be something like a game like God of War Ragnarok. It has to be a game like a huge game, that basically they asked Nintendo for a little more time to develop and to kind of bring the game apart in order to release it on launch time. And the game is so big, the third party game is so huge and so big, and would literally, help Nintendo sell the system so much that they are willing to delay the game a couple of months, right? And I say a couple of months because let's say they delay it until the first 3 months of next year. The system was gonna launch anyway around the summer or November, right? So if the system was gonna launch in November, December, January, we're already in January, right? It's still gonna launch in the same fiscal year. It's still gonna launch within the same fiscal year. Like right now, the next fiscal year, and this fiscal year ends next month in March. And the next fiscal year, in the same fiscal year that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to launch, is starting now in April. And so it ends next year in March. And so if the rumors are true that the Switch 2 was delayed until the first 3 months of the year, well, the first 3 months are still within this upcoming fiscal year, the same fiscal year where the Nintendo Switch was going to launch. So, and if we take it like that, okay, so Nintendo's delaying the game from November, like a November launch, they're only delaying the game for about 2 months, right? They're delaying the game for about 2 months, 2 to 3 months. That's all they're doing. They're not really delaying the game. It seems like a full year, right? It seems like a full year because when you say, oh, 2024, November 2024, it's still November 2024. That's toward the end of the year, right? That's toward the end. But we look at 2024, we see 2025. We just want to see the Switch. That's the thing. We want to see the system. We want to see the games, and it's just insane. It's just crazy. It is insane. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Another question here. Question from Dewan Davis. What's up, Dewan? We got what's up, Mike? How are you doing today? Doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I got a question. Do you believe the Switch 2 is coming out next year or no? My hopes is that it's coming out this year. If Nintendo reveals the Switch 2 this year, anytime in this year, it's coming out this year. If Nintendo doesn't mention the Switch 2 this year, then it's not coming out this year. But if they don't release it this year, they have to give us at least a semi-strong lineup for games. When I mean a semi-strong lineup, I don't mean like the biggest games. I mean the ports that we've been hearing about. Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Metroid, all these games that are still to come. And not to mention, and you can't forget about Pokemon. We have a Pokemon Day is coming soon with the Pokemon Presents, which also has a Pokemon game, which could actually end up being the main game of this year, right? That brand new Pokemon game. We might get Gen 10 for Nintendo Switch, and they might give it to us on Nintendo Switch just because the Switch 2 is also backwards compatible. And so when we get to the next system, but with the rumors out there that they're moving it, they pushed it back. What I mentioned, I think what they did was push it back just by 2 to 3 months. Not that big of a deal, but it just feels like that because we are in 2024 and it's coming out in 2025. If the rumors are true, right? So if they pushed it back, let's say from a November release, then they just pushed it December and then January or February, right? And so I'm still on Team 2024 until 2024 is no more. That's where I stand. I still stand with Team 2024 until 2024 is no more, because at the end, these are all just rumors, right? Nintendo is the one who has the very last word, and I think that this is the year for Switch 2. Will there release a new version of the Switch 2? Will they release a new version of Switch 2? Yeah, well, basically, yeah, same thing. We don't know yet what Nintendo's gonna do, but if they reveal, it's not even releasing. If they reveal the Switch 2 this year, officially reveal the Switch 2 this year, then it's coming this year, because there's no way that they're gonna kill their holiday sales when the Nintendo Switch is still selling like hotcakes. How many games do you think we'll get in the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase? Normally we get about 20 to 30, sometimes to 40 games, because there are the games that take a little more time to announce, but then there are the games that they kind of fast shoot back to back, and so we might get up to 30 games, up to 30 new games in the Nintendo Direct. If it's a full 40 minutes, right? If it's a full 40 minutes, we might get up to 30 game announcements, right? And so, as long as there are more games that take more to explain or to show than others, but there's always that little piece of the Direct where they show us about 10 games at the same time of games that are coming to Switch. Yeah, I expect many games. I expect a lot of games to be shown, and I hope Hollow Knight Silk Song has to be there, man. Genshin Impact has to make it to Nintendo Switch finally, and there are many third-party games that need to make it to Nintendo, to the Nintendo Switch. It's about time, you know. See here. Do you? Okay, let's see here. Do you think the rumors concerning the Q1 2025 release for the Switch 2 were created by the Xbox handheld rumors? I don't know. I don't know. I know that rumor apparently came from a journalist in Brazil, right? A journalist in Brazil. But the thing is that now it has been confirmed by other American sources, including Bloomberg and their sources. Now, Bloomberg has actually issued a statement too, that they've heard from their sources that the Nintendo Switch 2 was pushed back. The plans for release were pushed back. Not only Bloomberg, but Nate DeHay and other credible resources. I think Nate hasn't issued a statement yet. He said he was going to issue it once he kind of did his own investigation. But a lot of credible resources have joined in that sentiment, that they've also heard from developers who heard straight from Nintendo. So it's a hearsay that he said, that she said, that they said. It is a rumor, just because Nintendo didn't say it themselves. It's still considered a rumor, so we should take it with a grain of salt, and just we have a partner showcase. Hopefully, it turns into Nintendo Direct, and we get a good lineup, of games, which I think will actually fix the year a little bit, So yeah. Here we have Blue Moon says we need release dates for 1,000 Year Door, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, Silk Song, Little Nightmares 3, and Metroid Prime 4. And so you see here, out of these games, we got 1, 2, 3 games here that are first-party games. And so if Nintendo is going to issue release dates for 1,000 Year Door and Luigi's Mansion, they're gonna do it in a real Nintendo Direct, and not a partner showcase. Let's see here. I want Mario Sports Mix so bad. I'm with you, Princess Nikki. I think it's coming in the next Switch. Looking for questions. All right, let's see here. All right, Dewan says, hey, what's up? Did I enter this already? I got a question about the Switch 2. Do you believe it? Do you believe it is? The Street is coming out next year. Yes or no? Do you believe yes or no? Did I already answer this question? I think I did. Let me see here. Next question. Next question. Is the Nintendo Direct today? Nope, not today. You get COVID? No, I didn't get COVID. No. Let's see here. Any more questions in the chat? I'll go ahead and answer them right away. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I really hope it comes this year. I agree with a lot of your comments. I really hope it comes this year. Okay, we have one here. Is Metro Prime 4 and 5 coming out soon for Switch 2? That's my question. I don't know about Metro Prime 5. I have not heard anything from Metro Prime 5, but I did hear Metro Prime 4, and the only way we have heard from Metro Prime 4 is when the Retro Studios puts out an ad to hire a developer to work on Metro Prime 4. That's the only thing we've heard about Metro Prime 4 since Nintendo gave us that teaser trailer so long ago. But it is expected to be out in this fiscal year because they did mention it in their fiscal meeting. They did mention it. It was on the list for this fiscal year. It says TBA, but to be announced, but it was mentioned that that was a game coming in this fiscal year. You know, the one that's coming up soon now, the one that's starting next month. So Metro Prime 4, you know it. Maybe 2 and 3, 5 will probably be for Nintendo Switch 3. Yep, Silk Song. I think Silk Song will be a good one. Little Nightmares 3. All right, let's see here. Okay, I guess that's all the questions. Yep, that's all the questions. Let's see here. Okay, one more question here. Who knows what Nintendo is doing? If there would be a reveal this March, it might come at holiday of this year, but don't believe that all the rumors. Not all insiders know. Nobody knows. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I agree. Flatwoods Boy 15. I agree. You know, till now, it's just rumors. That's exactly what it is. Up to now, oh well, yeah. Pioro knows. That's the only one because that is Doug Bowser. You know, Pioro knows because it's Doug Bowser. He has a 100% track record. When he speaks, is more like a spoiler, and it's not a leak anymore. It's a spoiler. But other than that, Nintendo, even Pioro can get things wrong if Nintendo moves things around. So that hasn't happened yet, but it's possible. Okay, it's possible because at the end, Nintendo has the last word, right? Nintendo has the very last word to whatever they say, and man, it's just crazy. But you know, we'll have to wait till next week to see what happens because maybe this whole situation with this whole situation with pushing back the date for the Switch 2 could also change the Nintendo Direct from a partner showcase to a full Nintendo Direct, and maybe then Nintendo can just kind of drop off all these ports and remakes that that we've been hearing about. And if that's true, then that would actually make this year a good year, right? If we do get all those ports and remakes and remasters coming up, then we can actually, you know, focus on those games, play those games until Nintendo is ready to reveal the system at the beginning of next year. But I'm still on Team 2024. I still think that Nintendo will issue the Direct, will release this year. And one of the biggest things we have to watch for is that reveal. Okay, one of the things we have to watch for is that reveal. We already heard that Nintendo might reveal next month, right? Not released. I mean, not an event. It's just a reveal. It's like a 2-minute trailer, with a system, how it looks, and everything. Because then when they do go to the developers conference starting on I think it's on the 19th or the 18th, they're going to be present there talking to developers, and then they would have nothing to hide. Okay, they will have nothing to hide, and they can issue that direct, and we'll be happy. We'll be happy. No shadow dropping in November. No shadow. You mean like the trailer? The trailer would probably be shadow drop. Yeah, the trailer for the Switch 2. Nintendo will just issue it on their YouTube channel. The trailer, just the trailer, and then the event will happen maybe in April, then April or May, and then we have like a June to all the way to November release time period, right? So if 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 they go with that, if they do reveal that next month, which to me it makes good sense that they do, because they want to go to the developers conference, right? And they want to be there, they want to present the system. And listen to this: if Nintendo doesn't reveal next month and they are present at the developers conference, trust me to my word right now, 100%, it's going to leak. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to leak. I mean, when I mean it's going to leak, I mean we're going to know the specs, we're going to know how the system looks, we're going to know whether it has new Joy-Cons, we're going to know the color, we're going to know how games play, we're going to know whether it's backwards compatible. I mean, it's going to leak, and it's going to be crazy if Nintendo does not reveal, and they do go to the developers game conference. By April, we're gonna know everything. We're gonna know everything. You know what I mean? We're gonna know everything. It's crazy. So let's see here. That we didn't think that Nintendo was going to reveal the Switch 2 in March. Why would they need to push it back 10 months? That seems a little crazy. Maybe 3 months later, like June, but not 10. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Travis. 100%. I agree. Yeah, if Nintendo does reveal next month, if they do reveal next month in March, then it's coming out this year. It's not going to come out next year because, I mean, why reveal in March and then not bring it out from next year? That's like killing the Switch sales right away, killing game sales right away too, and it's just a bad business choice. Yeah, so basically, if the system came out in November and they needed to delay it a month or two, then that'll put it next year. That'll put it in that time frame where the rumor says the system will launch, right? If the original date for the launch of the system was November, right? And so that's like 3 months later, the Switch comes out. But I'm in agreement with you, Travis. I think that does not make sense for them to issue a trailer, then a release 10 months later. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. See here. Why are people fixed on March announcement? So what happened was that there were a couple of credible leakers, right? Credible leakers who have had things in the past come to pass, right? And when I mean credible leakers, I don't mean leakers that they get one thing correct or two things correct and then they get 10 things wrong. No, I mean leakers that I would say have a 99.9 track record of getting things correct, right? They mentioned that Nintendo would be planning to reveal or issue a trailer in March for the Switch 2, so that when they go to the developers game conference, which is on the 18th of March, towards the 22nd, they can go ahead and present the Nintendo Switch to developers without worrying about nothing leaking, right? Without worrying about nothing leaking, so they can speak openly about the Nintendo Switch 2 they just revealed in a trailer. Not that they're going to give us all the specs and everything, but the trailer is just to let us know, hey, this is how it looks like. It exists. It's coming, right? And so by doing that, Nintendo can then go the following week to the developers game conference where they are going to be. They've already mentioned they're going to be there. It's already been announced they're going to be at the games conference there with developers, and so they would present their Nintendo Switch 2 openly without having to hide anything because it's already been revealed. So that's where it came from. It's just some other rumors from insiders that That's what they plan. They think Nintendo is planning, right? But this was way before this Nintendo Switch 2 delay happened, right? So at this point, we don't know. You know, I choose to stay exactly the same where I was before the Switch 2. Before the Switch 2 thing delay came out, what I was believing before that, that's where I am right now. Right now, until Nintendo does says otherwise, or until they announce it themselves that nothing is set in stone, nothing is official. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, Furukawa said the Switch. No, the what Furukawa said was that the Switch is in 2024 was their main source of income, right? The income, because they can't rely on Switch 2 in 2024. First thing, because it's not out yet. The system that is selling right now is the Nintendo Switch. And even when they do launch the Nintendo Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch 2 is launching later in the year. Therefore, they can't really count it as their main system or source of income for 2024. It is the Nintendo Switch. This is the current system for this year. The Switch 2 will launch in 2024 if it doesn't get delayed. Launch in 2024, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the main source for Nintendo, right? Nintendo, the Switch 2 will be a brand new system with zero sales. The Switch is 150 million accounts with 139 million units sold. And so, of course, that is the main system for Nintendo. And they will always mention the Nintendo Switch because there is no confirmation on Switch 2. So when they asked Nintendo Furukawa, what system is going to be your main system in 2024? Oh, they're not going to say, oh, yeah, the Switch 2. Yeah, Switch 2. Yeah, the one that we've been secretly working on. It's the one that's coming up, and we're going to work on that. No, they're always going to stick by what it's current, by the Nintendo Switch. And so the answer that he gave was very well in lines of what they always do when they want to not they want to avoid talking about any potential future console. See here, unknowingly began they will announce a limited edition OLED. Oh, hello, it's coming. If the Switch 2 gets delayed, you know another edition OLED is coming. It's on its way with the new controller and the new bundle, right? So, yeah. Randy Parker said, I hope it's a fully Nintendo Direct. Me too, Randy. I'm with you. I really hope it is a full Direct, a full 100% Nintendo Direct. I really hope it is. And if it is, then, you know, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. All right. So we got, any more questions? Any more questions? By a Chinese manufacturer, a leak. People will fix it with the announcement in March. I already went that way. All right, a Metroid OLED will be awesome. Metroid OLED will be nice. That will be nice. You know? Yeah. Pioro did speak about a partner showcase. Yeah, so Pioro did speak about a partner showcase, and that's basically what we think is happening, right? That's basically what we think is happening. Partner showcase all the way. See here. Let me get some real quick here. Nope, that's not it. That is not it. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So basically, that's what we have. You know, what I tell people is, you know what, it is what it is, right? Rumors are rumors. Nintendo has not confirmed. You know, they have not confirmed anything just yet, and so when they do, it's official, right? Until they confirmed that it's not official, it's just a rumor. And so you we as Nintendo fans, we just keep living day by day, right? Right now we have yesterday Mario versus Donkey Kong launched. I'm not sure who bought it. Next month is Princess Peach, and that's the end of the line because we have no clue what's going on after that. If Nintendo doesn't issue a Nintendo Direct, full Nintendo Direct, then we're kind of stuck there. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know where Nintendo's going to go next, and so I personally feel like we do need a full Nintendo Direct just because we have games that need to be need release dates. And I don't think Paper Mario and Luigi's Mansion are small games. I think they're games that they need their new trailer with the new release date. And I think we need to see what's new about them, right? Because they're both ports and remakes. And so what is new about these games? You know? Shout out to A.B. James. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And shout out to Ren Allen as well. Princess Peach OLED. That'll be awesome. Hey, you never know. You never know. I think it's due. I think she's due for a Princess Peach OLED. You never know. That could be it. That could be what Nintendo is working on. Let's see here. Going on to the year. Okay. Yeah. So it's happening, guys. It is happening. It's happening. No matter what, Nintendo Switch 2 is happening within the next couple of I would say within the next fiscal year. When in the next fiscal year, that's up to Nintendo to actually to realize. But we are in the middle, of a like a transition year, and yeah, that's where we are right now. Eric Wynn says, "It's not y'all. I got to drive about 300 miles tomorrow." Wow. Yeah. Eric, be safe. Take care. Look both ways, and drive safely. Drive safely. That's 300 miles. That's crazy. See here. I think Hope says we need release days for TTYD, Knocking Your Door, and Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. And Nintendo needs to announce more new games since Princess Peach Showtime is the only new game for this year so far. You are 100% correct. Yeah, that's the only game that has been announced. New game, right? I don't know whether we're gonna get any more new games, but at least ports and remakes, right? I'm okay with them. You know. Let's go ahead here. Being honest, if true, it's disappointing if the Switch 2 is slated for from October 24th to early 25, but at least it's early 25, and it only means that we get a more polished product by NVIDIA. Hey, that's a really great way to look at it. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. It is disappointing because I am only by hearing the rumor, because right now it's only a rumor. We have no clue what Nintendo has planned. It's just a rumor. But just hearing the rumor, it is disappointing. But that's also a good way to look at it. If the system were launching in November, then it's only two months, 2 more months. Or if it launches in October, then it will only be 3 more months to the beginning of the year where the Switch 2 were to launch, right? But then Nintendo, on top of that, would have to actually kind of give us good games this year to kind of, have us, keep their fans happy and continue to sell systems, Like a Princess Peach OLED, like a pink one. Yeah, and we do have Princess Peach Joy-Con. Yeah, that's right. Which they're only pink. They have nothing related to Princess Peach. They should have had like something like the little flower or something, right? But yeah, there are Princess Peach Joy-Cons there, which is pretty cool. Um, and there is a patent out there for a Switch OLED, so I'm guessing we might get one more edition one. We might get one more edition Switch OLED, and then that would be it for Nintendo when it comes to editions or switches, right? And then we also expect Nintendo to issue a price drop on the Nintendo Switch, which is something very important and expected, right? Nintendo should issue a price drop so that we can get, you know, better sales. And when they do that price, when they do issue that price drop, I'm going to get one for myself, put it in the box, leave it there, not touch it, because it's an investment, right? There will be a time when Nintendo will not issue any more Nintendo Switches, that it'll be discontinued. And having one or two in the box is a good way to invest in the future, because normally discontinued consoles, brand new sealed in the box, they go up in price, right? They go up in price. And so you wait a couple of years and you can go ahead and go to a shop and then sell it, and then make a few bucks. By the way, which is different from scalping. It's not scalping because it's not a new system. Nobody's interested in buying an old system. It's not new. It's not old. I mean, it's not new. So you're just buying a console at the end of its life cycle, right? And then saving it for later on. So when the price goes up, then you are selling it for the price that the system is worth at that time. It's different from scalping, which is scalping is horrible, and scalping is basically buying everything out of the shelf so that nobody else can buy it, and then selling it for triple the price. That's just horrible, super horrible. See here, another question, Michael. If the Switch 2 is called the Switch 2, wouldn't it be obvious backwards compatible? Oh yeah, for sure. If it's called Switch 2, it's backwards compatible. Yeah, that's an obvious thing. I think even if it's not called Switch 2, I still think backwards compatibility is a thing. It's coming. What's up, Neil Blitz? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. PS5 launch in a nutshell with scalpers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we should not have that issue this time, because Nintendo is prepared to launch more than 10 million units at launch, which is a big number. And so they're doing all these units so that they can avoid scalpers. And I don't think scalpers are going to buy 10 million units, you know. So, at least that helps with that. I also heard that they're implementing a system on their website where first thing, you have to have an account you have to have a Nintendo account that it's aged. It's not brand new. It's aged at least, I think, 2 to 3 months, right? And so in that account, there's only one console per account, right? Or let me see whether there's one console per account, and that will be a good way for Nintendo to kind of, and you don't have to worry about it, because everybody who has a Switch has their own account. So if in a household you have a brother and sister, they each have their own account with their games managed by their parents. So that household would have 3 Switches, to order, which is pretty cool. So who is making games? I'm 2024. Nobody. Some Xbox games. Yeah, there is 4 games coming to other consoles from Xbox, first party games, coming in 2024. And so that's why they believe that the Nintendo Direct was delayed in order to make space for these games. But yeah, that's basically where we're at right now. Waiting for that next Nintendo Direct to find out whether those Xbox games are going to come in the Nintendo Direct, and that's where we are. So that okay. Yeah, so that's where we are so far. Any more questions in the chat? Any more questions? We have been streaming for an hour and 11 minutes. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are so awesome. We have a notification here. Notification. What's the notification about? All right. Okay, so I think that's all the news we have. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything here. I have my notes here just to make sure I have spoken about all the details here. Okay. Mhm. Okay. All right. We got the Xbox. Xbox business. They call it the Xbox business event. Crazy. Um, yeah, and that's basically it. That's what we know so far about what's happening. Um, any questions, guys? Any more questions? Animal Crossing New Horizons was made to sell console. Oh yeah, for sure. Animal Crossing New Horizons, it is going to sell sell systems. Let's see, is it possible to have a partner showcase now and a direct in a few weeks? Hey, it is possible. It is possible. I mean, I can see it. I can see Nintendo doing a general a partner showcase now, and then whenever they had their plans to reveal a Switch 2, they can do a full direct and just give us more games. I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, so I would love that because if the system really is delayed, then I'm sure they had plans to reveal it at a certain date, and I think reveal would have been March with the event in April, and then the release around June to August to October. And so if that those plans have changed, then either this partner showcase can turn into a full direct because all they need to do to this partner showcase so to make it a full direct is add first party games. Because in every single direct we have third party games, right? We always have third party games. It's always there. So all they would need to do to this Nintendo Direct to make it a full one is add the release dates for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Luigi's Mansion HD, and that'll make it a full direct, right? That's it. And maybe give us ports, right? A few ports. That's not too much to ask, and that'll make it a full direct for Nintendo. That's all they need to do, right? Pokemon Day is coming up too. Yep, you're right. Pokemon Day is around the corner. That's another new game we have to look forward to, whether it's a port, a remake, or a brand new game. Pokemon game is around the corner, and it's exciting. It's exciting when we get new stuff, and yeah, pretty cool. Let's see here. Do you think the Switch 2 would have colored buttons? If they did, they should make the outer color of the buttons black and the letters transparent, so we can put that would be really cool. That would be like a gaming controller with LED lights, and then the color would be an LED, which will be awesome. Yeah, I agree. That would be a really cool Joy-Con. That would be a really cool Joy-Con to have, or whatever they call it. Crazy. Do you think PlayStation 5 Pro going to impact Nintendo in 2024? At this point, if the delay is true, I think we're gonna get the PS5 Pro before we get the Switch 2. And that was something that was discussed a lot, whether the PS5 Pro or the Switch 2 will come out. And knowing now, well, not really knowing, but having that rumor that the Switch 2 has been delayed, then I would say, oh man, we're gonna get the PS5 Pro first, right? And yeah, I mean, but still, it's gonna be like a $600 to $700 system. Crazy, very crazy. Call of Duty. All they need to do is announce Call of Duty this direct. I'm happy. Hey, that is not out of the question. If it is a partner showcase, that is not out of the question. We could have a Call of Duty there. You know. Ooh, this is interesting here. By virtual, and this says, what if they eliminate Joy Cons by allowing people to use their phones as extra controls via an app? You do know that we actually have a patent on the channel that allows for a phone to be worked with in conjunction with the Nintendo Switch. The patent actually shows the system, and it shows people around the system with their phone. I'm using their phones to play some certain games. So the technology is already there. Nintendo has probably thought about it in the past. Whether to use, it'll be crazy to as extra, besides the controllers that we get, being able to use phones. Like if somebody comes over, and play games, you don't have to buy extra Joy Cons. You could just hey, take out your phone, download an app, and then it'll connect to the Switch. That's actually a really good idea. You should work for Nintendo. And Nintendo has to hire you. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I want to Punch Out because I want a new Punch Out, not a third party game, but I still want it. Yeah, I mean, man, Punch Out, that'll be crazy good. That'll be awesome. How about this one? It says here, Monkey, can you play Dragon Head Island from Tears of the Kingdom, please? Dragon Head Island. I don't think I've ever been. Have I been to? Oh, you mean like a music? Yeah, I think I can live here. The music from Tears of the Kingdom, Dragon Head Island. And let's see here. That's a walkthrough. Okay, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and then turn down this one here. And then turn on, skip this one. Is that it? Tears of the Kingdom has the best soundtrack in history for a game. I mean, I haven't played many other games from other parties, but man, crazy good. You're welcome. I don't have a phone. I know it's weird, but I'm in a medical facility. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, a lot of people don't have phones. A lot of people don't need phones. They don't need phones at all. Do, do, do. Yeah, the Joy-Con drift was a thing. It was a thing that they never really, well, they in a way, because if you have Joy-Con drift, you can ship your Joy-Cons to Nintendo and they'll fix them for free. I know I've done it. It takes about 2 weeks from the moment you ship the Joy-Cons to Nintendo, to when you get it back is about 2 weeks. I think I made a video about just that, and I got the box. I opened the box to see if the Joy-Cons were brand new, and they sent me brand new Joy-Cons. I actually added like a little mark. That was like one of my first videos I made on the channel. When the Joy-Con drift was at its peak, right, with the craziness. But till those days, till this day, if you have Joy-Cons with Joy-Con drift, you can send it to Nintendo and they will replace or repair them for you. I don't have a phone. Weird. Exactly. Yeah. So, any more questions in the chat? Any more questions? The new Xbox will be announced in first in 2025. The date is correct. No, no, there is a new system coming out this holiday season. There is a new Xbox coming out this holiday season. So they will announce it in June. They're going to announce it in June. Xbox Next semi upgrade system as they probably going to announce it in June and coming out this holiday season. There's a new Star Wars game on February 29. Really? Switch is Star Wars old game. That's funny. Star Wars on. I want to check it out. Want to check it out. All right, my friends, my amazing, beautiful friends. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any other questions or any more questions, then I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Look out for the next video. I am making some major changes. Look at the back there. You see back there? I'm working on my set. What in the world do we have here? I'm working on my set to create a brand new show is coming up soon. Hope you guys find it good and entertaining. It's gonna be really very cool. And then yeah, working on very good content for the channel. Remember the podcast is every Friday night at 8:30. Yeah, we're live there, and I'm gonna try to. I'll probably stream tomorrow night, then on Wednesday night, and then of course podcast on Friday. So streaming days will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the podcast. All right, my friends. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Before I let you go, never give up and journey on. Peace. Balloons, the balloons.